Ooh. Hey everyone, welcome back. Whew. It's the end of the day on Friday, and I haven't actually been out of the house a whole lot because it's been a long work week and just rainy for a lot of it. What I'm noticing is that this part of the island is rainier than the first part of the island that I stayed in. So the area out by Duncan Chemainus is not as rainy as it is here. I don't think it's a big difference. I think it's really just a little bit. But, you know, with this time of year and it getting dark so early, it's hard to motivate myself to get out. But, you know, I just wanted to maybe chat a little bit about how I'm doing in this climate, because I made a video last year around this time, and I'll link it down below, about how I was struggling with, you know, seasonal affective disorder, because I have, you know, I came from a climate in Alberta where, yes, it was much colder than it is here, but even if it was minus 35 degrees Celsius, it would still be blue sky and sunny. And here, that is not the case. It is not blue sky and sunny most of the time in the winter. So I was really struggling with that and finding that it was affecting my sleep and my mood. So I ended up buying one of those sunlight lights, the sad lamps. I don't know what the technical term is. I'll put it on the screen here. And I have that on the wall by my bed. No, I don't work from my bed. I have it on the wall by my desk. And I specifically bought one that was flat, like a tablet sort of size, that I could mount on my wall to help me when I was sitting at my desk. Because in the summer, I have my window there, the sun comes beaming in, and, you know, it's awesome, obviously. But in the winter, there ain't no sun coming in that window. And it's quite dark, quite late in the day. You know, I find that when it really rains and gets overcast here, it's beautiful, it's very moody, but it's quite dark. So that light helps me with that as well. When I'm doing my Zoom calls, it gives me a little extra light. And I found that that has really helped me sort of deal with this. And this fall so far, it has been a lot better. I've also found that these hikers have been a really good investment because they're waterproof. So I don't have to wear my rubber boots. I do have 2 pairs of rubber boots, some sort of little shorter ones and some taller ones, but they're not really very comfortable to go for long walks. Having a pair of hikers that I can use to go for walks when the grass is wet, when it's raining, has made a big difference, because I didn't have any waterproof hikers. I didn't have any hikers, and I was wearing my runners, and of course my feet would get wet. And when you're walking on the beach as well, then, you know, you can't really walk out where the tide has been because the sand is wet. So it's made a big difference in me being able to get out and, you know, get some fresh air. Not sunlight, per se, but fresh air. I'll be honest with you. My biggest struggle is motivating myself to get out. You know, because after a hard day, a long day of work, and it always feels longer this time of year because you start when it's dark. And by the time I log off, it's getting dark. And so the days feel really short. The nights feel really long. And all I want to do at the end of a work day, and I know I'm not alone, is basically put my fat pants on and sit on the couch with Sophie and watch something. And lately, I will admit, it's been cheesy Christmas movies. The cheesier, the better. I am trying to find the cheesiest, worst acting, most predictable storyline Christmas movie that I can. And the one I watched yesterday is it's definitely the worst so far. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You know, I'll watch the good ones too, like Love Actually and A Christmas Story and stuff like that. But I figured for this week, I'm just going to watch the worst, the worst ones. The formula is all the same. Anyways, that's what I want to do at the end of a day. So I'm having to force myself to get out, and having these hiking boots has really made it better because I got no excuse. I also have this raincoat, this coat. I had this in Calgary, but it's waterproof. I have another one as well. And so what I've noticed is that people here don't carry umbrellas, not locals. They just get geared up. They all have their warm waterproof jackets, their waterproof shoes, sometimes pants if it's raining, and off they go. I mean, nothing really sort of holds them back. So I'm trying to adopt that strategy. But it's been difficult. But this year is definitely better than it was last year. I keep hearing cracking. I don't think it's a bear. You'll find out when I do. If I survive, I will put the film up. No, I don't think it's a bear. It's been a real difference. I kind of wanted to just sort of point that out, that I know a lot of you guys gave me some great advice, primarily about getting one of those lights and getting some rain gear, some waterproof gear. And I took those pieces of advice and I have tried at least a couple of times a week to get out. Now, sometimes I just go around where I live. Other times I will get in the van and drive down to the ocean. Today I'm not doing that. I've just walked down to the river. You know, it takes time to get used to a new climate. And I will admit, it was a surprise to me. I mean, I knew intellectually that it rains here a lot in the fall and winter. But knowing something and experiencing it are always two different things. And this time last year, I was really, really struggling. I was not sleeping. I was not feeling good. So those things have really helped. I've also really, really made sure that I've been taking my vitamin D. I find at the health food store, I find vitamin D capsules that are vegan, because a lot of vitamin D is produced from the lanolin in sheep's hair, which is gross in my mind. So, but you can find vegan versions, vegetarian versions. So that's what I have been taking. And I find that is really helping. Oh, this is interesting. So, this is not normally, the water's not normally right here, but obviously it's winter or fall and things are different with all the rain and such. But yeah, there's a lot more water. And the river is obviously a lot higher. still beautiful. I certainly wouldn't go for a dip in it right now, but this is where I would come to go swimming in the summertime, because it's got a couple of great swimming holes. And let me tell you, it is so nice to have a place where you can just go, either just walk in and cool off your feet, but you know, actually get in. That's been amazing. So I'm not sure if I told you guys, but my youngest, who goes by Shiloh now, is coming for Christmas, which is very exciting. So this weekend I'm gonna get their bed all set up in the loft and get ready for them. While they're here, I'm gonna try and film a little bit. Unlike Keaton, Shiloh is quite camera shy. We're all three of us introverts, but Keaton and I are both outgoing introverts, while Shiloh is a shy introvert. And so they tend to not like to get on camera. But if I can, I will get them on camera, because I'd love for you guys to meet them. I know you all love Keaton. We were talking about the videos that Keaton and I shot together. He was saying that his favorite is the eggnog taste test one. Mine is last Christmas Q&A video, where he asked me questions and I had no idea what questions he was going to ask. I'll link both of those down below. That was a funny video. So you might not hear from me a lot between now and the new year, but I'm sure you understand. Family comes first, and I do miss my kids tremendously being out here. And when I'm with them, I want to be fully present. I'll take some video, and even if I just upload a few little videos of what we see and do, because I always want to share how beautiful this island is and how fortunate I am to live here. It's actually a lot easier to make myself get out now because I'm more used to it, but also because I'm sleeping better, which is always the thing. If you're not sleeping, it's really hard to do anything. I was having a hard time focusing at work, all of those things, feeling a lot of anxiety, which I tend to struggle with anxiety, as so many of us do. I wish the sun would be out more. We do have sunny periods, and it's awesome when I look at the long-range forecast for when Shiloh is here. There are a lot of sunny days predicted. Could change, but as the forecast looks now, which is going to be awesome. So we can get out and about and eat some good food. I can show them around, which I'm really looking forward to. I was just packing up my desk for the weekend because I always put everything away at the end of the day on a Friday, and I realized I should probably just show you my light. Sophie, you're gonna get fed. Relax. Trust me. You're not gonna miss a meal. Anyhow, so this is the light. It's called Happy Light. I'll put the link down below from Amazon, but really, I think anyone, you can find tons of them on there. But the reason I wanted this one is it came with a little stand thing, but I wanted to be able to hang it on the wall, which I do right here. I just hang it on the wall. And that way, when I'm sitting at my desk, I can just turn this on. Hopefully it's not too bright. Ooh, that is bright. And that gives me a lot of light. Obviously, it's dark out right now. Hello. But when I'm sitting here, I get some nice light on my face for my Zoom calls. There is a timer here, and you can make it brighter, believe it or not. But that is what I have here. And it's the perfect place for it. It's the perfect light. It's the perfect size. It has made such a difference for me when I'm working. 24:30. And it's getting dark out there already. I only have this on in the mornings, so I keep it on for about one cycle because apparently you shouldn't have it on more than that. I'm not sure why, but that's what I've been told. That is the light that I have, and it works really well for me. Let me turn this on so you can see how much light that brings to the face. Ooh, maybe a little too much. This is nicer, but for Zoom calls, it's nice to have an extra light, and obviously for mood, because I really do struggle with that. And I didn't realize I struggled with it because I lived in a climate where, yes, we had some rainy times, and yes, it would be overcast sometimes, but in general, even in the winter, fall and winter, it would be really sunny, and that was very nice. I miss that. I even, don't tell anybody, miss the snow just a little bit. Just a little bit. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because only 50% of my viewers are subscribers, and I don't know why. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it really helps the channel grow, so I would really appreciate it. Thank you to all of you guys who are already subscribers. Thank you to my Patreons. I really appreciate you guys. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're staying safe and warm. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, because this world needs a lot more kindness. I love you, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh, and if you're going to ask me what vitamin D that I'm using, let me show you. It's this one, Whole Earth, the vitamin D, and my doctor has told me to take 4,000 international units year-round, basically, but particularly in the winter. So that's what I take every day. I also put 2 sprays of this B12 under my tongue most days. Okay, it's Friday, so I'm making something simple for dinner. We've got some pierogies boiling, and once these are done, they're going to go in here with the sauteed onions that I've sauteed in the basil, and then to that I'm going to add some sauerkraut, this organic sauerkraut. I really love that with my onions and my pierogies. That's what we're having for dinner. Sophie is having her dinner. I told you she wasn't going to starve. Right? And you know what? I'm going to have a cider. Because it's Friday after a long week. So, there. Now the video's over.